Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're still with you on this morning's edition of The Breakfast Show. And as promised earlier, this morning we take a look at a very interesting topic, that of marketing. Now, marketing has become a tool that is used not just for a job interview, but on a day-to-day livelihood, and on a day-to-day basis, people do market themselves, not just professionally, but socially as well. And joining us this morning in the studio for a more in-depth discussion on a very interesting guest in the studio, Dr. Ayman Adman, a lecturer at the American University in Cairo, as well as a marketing consultant. Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
So, Doctor, could you explain what the term marketing actually means for someone who doesn't understand the word?
In a very simple definition, marketing means creating profitable relationship with customers.
Right.
Only that.
Mm-hmm. So you were
and
speaking...
by relationships, we mean long-term relation.
Right.
To have the customer and keep the customer.
Mm-hmm. Marketing, Doctor, has become a very important tool now, not just on a professional level, but on also, you were mentioning earlier, on self-marketing.
Yes.
Could you tell us a bit about the difference between marketing in the professional level and self-marketing?
If we think of people as products or services, we can market for them.
Mm-hmm.
As an example, if I'm going to join a job interview, I'm going to market myself, my ideas, the service I can provide to a company.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think how I can market myself the right way. Some people sometimes feel offended or feel something wrong when they are talking about marketing ourselves, because they feel as if they are going to push themselves to others. This is not the truth. It's just all about how to position myself in the right position.
Right.
To look right, to give the interviewer or the manager I'm going to interview with that I am the right person for the right job.
Mm-hmm.
This is
So,
all about marketing.
how do you
also.
gain this skill? How do you learn to market yourself?
We have two things to talk about. The first is how to prepare myself to market myself, and the other thing is what is the plan to market myself.
Right.
To get prepared, I can't market myself if I am not believing myself. I should believe myself at the beginning, then I can make others believe in me. The first thing is to be confident. Second thing is to never feel afraid that people might be offended of being myself. So the second thing is to be myself. If I'm confident and I'm being myself, this is the first step to market myself. The second thing is to smile. No sad person can market himself. Can you imagine it?
It's a bit difficult.
So you can to feel confident, you need to smile. These are the basic things you have to do so that you are ready to market yourself. Second thing is to plan to market yourself. Okay.
Doctor, is marketing a talent, or can anyone market themselves?
Some people are gifted and talented of being they can able to market themselves. Others, by training and teaching education, they can do the same job. All skills are there like this. You can be trained, or you are born by this skills.
Talented, right.
So, does self-marketing only include the physical, the way one appears, the way one acts or conducts himself, or does it also include things like, for instance, social media? And
Yes. Okay, the first thing is we are going to talk about now the plan. First of all, I should know my strengths and weakness to know how I'm going to market myself. Okay. Second thing is to set goals to know what I really want to do. If I want to open my own business, I want to join a certain vacancy, a certain job, I need to set the goals to know my strengths and weakness, then to start to plan what I'm going to do. The second step is to measure my performance. Did I really accomplish something? I'm just playing around. Second is trying to share myself. Whenever I am in a social network, for example, I should every now and then show my skills, show my experience, comment on something related to my field, so that people can know that I'm skillful or talented in this sector or something like this.
So this is the plan on how to market
Yes.
yourself. Right. Let me ask, this is about self-marketing, but often you get people that market products.
Yes.
Okay. So there is a whole big process when you're going to market a product. Basically, you study the market needs and the
Yes.
target audience.
Yes.
I'm not an expert on marketing, but
Yes,
maybe
but
you can
totally right.
you can tell us a bit more about that process.
About marketing for a product. As we said about planning for marketing yourself, the same is works for the products. As an example, you start studying the market. What is the current need? What is the marketplace Then you start to find how you can satisfy those needs. After this, you plan a program. We call it an integrated marketing programs with the marketing mix. The marketing mix means the product, the price, the place, and the promotion. Then we start planning, and we will hopefully success يعني in marketing.
So how does, let's go back to like, so the idea of self-marketing.
Yes.
How do you bring out the positive and sort of hide the negative aspects in your personality?
The beginning, if I am have confidence in myself, I will always show the positive side of myself. The second thing is, whenever I'm asked about the negative side, should I say it and announce that I have some negative points or not? Sure, I have to say. Later on, it will be discovered. So I need to announce that this point I'm not good at. Nothing to feel ashamed of. We all have positive side and negative side. One of the talents is to how to express your positive side and also mention your negative side. But don't voluntarily say your negative side.
Not just focusing on the negative.
Yes,
but
focus on the positive, and when asked about negative, never feel ashamed. This is part of the confidence side.
Do you think that marketing is now being applied, not just by self-marketing, do you think it's being applied in every aspect of our lives? I mean, with the media and advertising and politics
Yeah.
and everything. Do you
Yes.
think that it is now incorporated in everything?
All the time marketing is integrating everything. Just we are now aware of the marketing activities. Before we are not aware of these activities. But marketing is integrated in any activities in our life. Politics, production, services, self-marketing, social media, social
Even
networks.
relationships.
Even relationships, yeah, part of the marketing acts in the relationships. But we need to take consideration in the ethical sides, not to deceive people of what we are not.
Indeed, ethics.
Yes.
So do you think that, like, in terms of marketing products, are there like guidelines and rules in the country, or is it
No.
sort of, it's completely
Just the ethical part we have from within ourselves.
So is there like an ethical way of dealing as well?
To my knowledge, I don't know.
But I mean, often you get people that market, for example, going back to product marketing.
Yes.
You often get people that market maybe a product that is not good for you.
Yes, it happens
Like
all the time.
cigarettes or whatever the product may be.
It happens in many satellite channels. You can find some products that are not proven that they are really effective. And I still don't know why we don't have a certain regulation for such products and unethical behavior.
So do you think that it shouldn't just come within your self-ethics, but
It's
there
good, but
should
we need
be
as a society to have a legalization for such practice. Very important.
Indeed.
So there is no, I mean, but there is like quality control. You can still call a certain number. I don't remember the exact hotline number, but you call it, for instance, if the product is
Yes,
of no use.
a bit, a little bit it works, but we need more legalizations, more something to make this illegal. The unethical practice of marketing. So this really hurt the company before it hurts the society. I lose on the long term. So I need to help companies not to act this unethical practice.
Dr. Ayman, let me ask you, as a marketing consultant, what are some of the cases that you have come by where marketing has proved vital, and on the other hand, where marketing has proved not very effective? I mean, are there some things that don't need to be marketed?
All things can be marketed. The idea is that we have the guts and have the courage to apply what we have discovered in the marketing research. Because before we start doing marketing, we conduct some marketing research to know what is the right decisions to make. If we reach certain results, some people don't have the courage to make or to follow those decisions. So this is the problem with marketing. It costs a little bit, and sometimes we are afraid to make such decisions. As an example, to withdraw a product. Withdraw a product. It's not worth anymore. Some people don't have an emotional guts to make such a decision. And this is a very big problem with marketing. Usually working with small to medium-sized enterprises.
But you find that people often seek you out in order to do their marketing. I mean, do we have that culture now in Egypt where small and medium enterprises are reaching out to I mean, it's no longer, you know, like before, you just start and do this
it's increasing. The people awareness of the need of marketing is been increasing.
Good.
I mean, you see these billboards. I mean, I used to drive on the 6th of October bridge all the time. The billboards there are it's just crazy
Chaos.
over the bridge. Do you think that's a bit too much information, for instance, for the person who's supposed to receive the product?
Yes, it's a little bit more than
Hello.
we can perceive, but people seeking certain products find the ads they need. It's a very nice coincidence. You usually look for the ads you like.
So actually, that leads me, Reham, to another question. Marketing and advertising, they are almost interrelated, in your opinion?
Yes, because advertising is part of the marketing. One of the promotional tools we use in marketing is ads.
What other promotional tools could you tell us about?
Personal selling, people knock the doors to sell the products, direct marketing, online marketing. It's an emergent part in the marketing. Facebook networking, LinkedIn, these networks are used now for marketing, all these activities.
And how far has online marketing come, in your opinion, especially in Egypt? You don't find a lot of people seeking...
don't ever forget that 25th of January have been moved by the online networking, and I think it's totally emerging in Egypt, and now it's growing very fast.
So you think that online marketing is the way marketing is going to take place in the future, rather than...
It will have a very big share of the promotional budget, but still we have another activities in marketing still, like the ads, the direct marketing, all these things will work, but online marketing is an emergent part in marketing.
Doctor, let me ask you about grassroots level.
Yes.
I mean, marketing is not just about advertising or television or billboards.
Yes.
This is on a big scale. But then
Yes.
there is the grassroots level. A lot of products, for example, begin to sell or begin to gain their market share,
Yes.
to speak in your terms, through a grassroots level. You see
Yes.
people going down to their communities or
Yes.
their neighbors. How is this different from the larger scale marketing?
You are talking now about the word of mouth. If I ask you, you need to see a physician, you will ask a friend what physician to go for. This
Right.
is what we call word of mouth. So on the many levels of marketing, after doing a very good campaigns and promotional campaigns, ads and so on, people start to talk about the product. And that's what we really want people to do, which is word of mouth. Creating positive word of mouth for a product or a company increases our sales and help us to reach more people that they can be reached by traditional marketing activities.
And vice versa, creating a negative vibe could
hurt
ruin بقى.
damage the product in a high levels. Okay.
So do you think that the way that some companies, big companies, tend to use the emotional side of people,
Yes.
is that ethical? I mean, the fact that...
If this in the positive side, it's ethical. But if they are manipulating people, this is unethical.
But generally, marketing and advertising have a very high